안녕하세요 여러분, 제 이름은 AJ예요. My name is AJ and welcome to Shadow Spinner Reacts, where I react to primarily Korean dramas. Actually, right now it's entirely Korean dramas, although I might mix some other things in. We'll see moving forward. I know I've kind of been on hiatus for a long time. I think I've been gone since January of 2025. I had just gotten a job, and then I had a baby, and then I had some postpartum complication. I lost over half the blood in my body. I'm fine, baby's fine, but there was some recovery in that, both physical and mental, that I had to deal with. But I'm back now, so really looking forward to getting this channel back up and running. So what we can expect for 2026 from Shadow Spinner is, of course, I'm going to be finishing up all of the dramas that I had started. I've almost said in 2025. I actually started them in 2024. But I'll be finishing all of them up. I have re-binged everything I've already watched, so they're all fresh in my brain again. There's some episodes that I'm going to be putting out that I'd actually recorded back then. You might see a difference in the way I look, because I was just starting to have a pregnancy belly, and I'm just starting to get rid of the last bit of my pregnancy belly. I'm working very hard on that. So we'll be rotating through that. It's not going to be a set schedule. It's going to be like a rotation through all of my shows. And in addition to rotating through those shows, I will also occasionally be doing cooking videos, going through the Korean K-drama cookbook, because why not? I won't share the actual recipes, just my video of me making it, because if you want the actual recipes, you should get the book, and I don't want my channel to replace the book, because then I'd feel guilty for the people who worked very hard to put this wonderful book together. The recipes are actually, the ones that I've had so far are delicious. Also be going through my topic journey, because obviously I had to put that on hold. I missed the exam last year, so I'm going to be going for the exam this year to actually get my Korean language certification. I'm sitting on a donut right now, which makes me slightly taller, because I broke my tailbone. That's how I started the year this year. We'll be having more guests on the show as well. They'll all be taller than me, because I'm short as heck. So I mostly watch, as I said, K-dramas. I find them at 4 different locations where I get my K-dramas from for these reactions. I know most of y'all are familiar with Netflix and Amazon Prime. They're actually relatively new to the game as far as Korean dramas go, although I've been very happy with the ones that I've seen recently. I won't discuss the ones that I saw years ago when they first got into it, when they didn't really understand what made K-drama, but they've fixed it since then. But the other 2 sites that I strongly recommend for those of you that are really getting into K-dramas and love it, Viki, that's VIKI.com, is great, and Cocoa. Those are wonderful, wonderful sources for more Korean dramas. And actually for Viki, that they also have dramas from Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, mainland China, Thailand, I think the Philippines, and they might have like some more countries on there as well. So there's a wide variety on Viki. I love both of those 2 streaming services. They got a lot of dramas on there that you're not gonna find on Netflix or Amazon Prime. So those are the 4 locations where I recommend for K-dramas. I will be reacting to dramas from all 4 of those sites, but I'll always try to tell you where you can find whichever drama I'm reacting to, because you definitely are gonna want to watch it there first and then come back here. I will be cutting up all episodes. As you know, we've got copyright to deal with. Contrary to popular belief, I know there's a lot of reactors out there that think if you put a magical timer in the corner that limits how much of the video you show, that protects you for fair use. That's actually not true. That's not how fair use works. There's not this magical amount that you're allowed to take. It's basically how transformative it is. So you've got to be giving your commentary. You can't just be sitting there making faces at the screen. So you're not going to see a lot of me just sitting there staring at the screen making faces. I cut most of that out. I am actually watching the drama in silence sometimes. You're just not going to see very much of it. You're just going to mostly get my commentary on it. I do not pause. I don't pause for 3 reasons. 1, it makes it really hard for the Patreon subscribers who are watching the uncut version to sync it up with their own copy if they constantly have to pause and play magically at the same time as me. 2, as I said, copyright reasons. We kind of do need that ongoing commentary. And 3, I am my own editor. So I have to record and edit every single episode. And if I spend 2 hours, 3 hours recording a single 1-hour episode, then it takes me it would take me 10 to 15 hours to record and edit each episode. I don't have 10 to 15 hours to record and edit each episode. I got 2 jobs on top of this, and I'm a mother of 2. So I have time for like the 1 hour and 15 minutes to record it one time through, and then like 3 hours of editing time. That's what I've got. So that's just how it has to be. I will try to keep the bulk of my commentary towards the end in the future. I know that was something that bugged people the last time around. If I know I'm about to go off on a rant, I will try to just make a note of it and come back to it at the end, so I'm not talking as much over part of the drama that actually has nothing to do with what I'm ranting about. I am not going to try to guess how other people would react to it or try to react in a way that I think other people want me to react. You're going to get my reaction. It might not be the same as your reaction. You're going to get the thoughts inside my head. And sometimes they'll be very mundane thoughts. Sometimes they'll be random off the wall thoughts. Sometimes they'll be me getting up on my soapbox about something that you may or may not care about. Moments that are important to you might not mean so much to me, and moments that maybe you didn't notice are going to be like incredibly relevant to me. And anytime I have to watch a subtitle where they translate kimbap to mean seaweed sushi, I might go off on like a 3-minute rant about that, like I did with episode 2 of Attorney Woo, because it just drove me nuts. You're gonna get a genuine reaction from me. It might be what you were anticipating, it might not be, but at least you know that I'm not faking anything over here. The reason I do this is because I just love K-dramas beyond belief. I've seen probably over 200 by now. Well over 200. More than when I was living in Korea. As I said, I was there for a year. By the time I left, I'd already seen twice as many K-dramas as any of my Korean roommates had watched in their entire life. They made fun of me for it quite a bit. But it's become a love of mine. I do come from an acting background. I used to act in independent film in Ohio, and I actually graduated from an acting school in New York. And so the whole storytelling process and everything really just, it has a special place in my heart, and K-dramas have a special place in my heart because they do something that I don't see in American dramas, and that's that they have an actual beginning, middle, and an ending with a conclusion so we can feel like satisfied. That's what this channel is. I'm sorry, I know I'm rambling. We do have a couple ways that you can support the channel if this is the type of content that you like. Obviously, subscribing on YouTube is a really wonderful way to support without having to put any money out of your pocket. Just having those subscribers really helps with the algorithm. It really helps build and grow the channel and open up future opportunities for me. We do also have a Patreon. Link is in the description below. If you just want to look it up, you just go to Patreon, look up Shadow Spinner Reacts. We have 3 tiers there. One is the poll writer tier. That's just $1 a month, and that allows you to vote in the monthly polls to see what new show is going to be added to my rotation. I'm going to be adding another show into our continuing rotation every single month. I do pay attention to the comments and stuff, that helps influence what goes on those polls, but the actual decision is made entirely by my Patreon members. The second tier, the $5 tier, is going to be our early birds. I do release all of my episodes 3 weeks earlier on Patreon than I do on YouTube. And then the last tier is the K-drama superfan tier. That's $7 a month, and that allows you all of the uncut reactions. It'd be like watching it with a virtual friend. My next milestone that I'm hoping to hit in 2026 is to hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. If I hit 500 subscribers, this is the promise I'm making. Once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to be releasing a K-drama tier list. I'm going to be going through every single K-drama that I have ever watched in my life, which is a substantially long list. I'll be sorting them into genres so that you can decide which genre you like, so which tier list you look at, and I'll give you my opinion on what the best K-dramas are for whatever genre you like to watch most. So that's what's coming up in 2026. That's what to expect from my channel. I'm really looking forward to getting this back off the ground. I love you all, and I will see you later. All right, annyeong!